The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
It is now 6:02 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you're locked on to the true nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, where we are
culture crazy.
First and foremost, let's kick this off as we always do, all right? Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
Secondly, we must say thank you to those that went before us, and we are not just talking about our ancestors, the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, because we all know, accept, reiterate, and they say it would be chest that Columbus lied, but also to our brother in music, Tony Prescott, where the P this week stands for?
Party bags, Aaron.
What?
Party bags.
Party bags.
Party bags.
Party bags.
That's
Why?
right, sir.
Why party bags, sir?
Well, you know what a party bag is.
I actually got one last week.
All right. And well, I know there's a big birthday this week.
Who's that?
Who's that?
That's not. I'm gonna tell you who have big birthdays this week.
Who have big birthdays
Who
this
have
week?
big birthdays this week?
Who have big birthdays this week?
Dr. Niles
Right.
was yesterday.
Hey, happy belated birthday, Dr.
Anthony Miloni, better known as Illusion, he's tomorrow.
Hey.
And the great Ataclan
Hey. That's it?
is tomorrow as well.
That's all?
Yeah.
You don't have any other big birthdays this week?
My cousin was yesterday as well. So happy belated birthday to my little cousin Amory.
All right,
My
cousin.
other cousin, Gabrielle, her birthday is it today or tomorrow? No, she's the 31st. So yeah, Gabrielle is tomorrow. Yeah.
So we really doing it this way then?
Yes.
Shake my head. All right, Aaron. So
Just now, it seems like we have
a caller
caller here.
already?
Yeah, but I don't
Oh,
know.
boy.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Aaron.
How are you, Auntie V?
I'm good. How are you? Oh gosh, my voice still kind of tired.
I'm good. I can't complain at all.
Yes, Aaron, I want to say a special good afternoon to you and wish you all the best. And I want to say again, special happy birthday to you on Thursday, God's
Yes!
Yeah.
more God's blessing to you and many more birthdays. And anyone who's celebrating from now until the end of the month, I wish them all God's blessing, including myself.
Yes, Auntie V.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
All right.
Ricardo, good evening. Sorry, good evening, Ricardo.
No worries, Auntie V. Good evening, good evening.
All the best.
Same to you.
Reach home safely with God guidance.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Auntie V make my work real easy.
Yeah, boy.
See, you try to remember if your birthday is Wednesday or Thursday.
I was trying to deny this just the same way that Peter denied Christ, you know.
You had to repent by
Wait.
party bags on Thursday, Aaron.
Yeah, party bags on Thursday. Actually wasn't finished with the promo. Right? Oh gosh, I forgot where it was. But we must say thank you to those that went before us. And we're not just talking about our ancestors, the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, the Taínos and the Calanagos, because we all know, repeat, reiterate, they say it with chest and say it proud that Columbus is a damn blasted liar. Right? But also to our brother in music, Tony P, and that's how we reached the party bags.
Party bags,
Right?
Yeah.
And we got to remember that this program that you're listening to is The Living Room with yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. I remind you each and every time that culture is my code, alongside my bro with no fro, a lot of flow, and always on the go.
Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage on the global stage.
Yeah, boy. Living room.
Mm-hmm.
Today is the 30th of July.
30th.
A couple days after the anniversary
Oh,
of the coup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen.
Also, a couple days after the opening of the Olympics, have you watched any of the events as yet?
It has been on the television in the background. I'll be honest with you, I've been way too busy to actually pay attention to any of it,
Okay.
including the uproar.
Yeah, I'm not even getting into that one. That is something I'm trying my best to stay out of. Right?
Yeah. Art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Expression and interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. I actually took in Trinidad's Missouri's race yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dylan's races today as well. So I'm not watching in detail like I usually would. I don't know, this Olympics, not Olympicsin, as they would say. No, I'm not gonna lie, it don't have that hype around it as it usually would.
Mm-hmm.
But I took in the performances Zuri and Dylan Carter, and I must say, for those persons who, well, she didn't make the semis, so it's no big achievement. To qualify for the Olympics is an achievement on its own.
Mm-hmm. You're an elite level athlete.
Exact at the age of 17.
Mm-hmm.
You
won't finish grade.
Wow. You're not right CXC.
Mm-hmm.
So you was training for the Olympics when it could have been writing?
When you're doing SBAs.
When you're doing SBAs.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the reality of it. So Zuri, congratulations to you on making it to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And we look forward to big things from you. Because you know what? Well, yeah, now turn on the YouTube to watch you chat the comments. It's way to hear yourself there, man.
Yeah.
But
it's a time travel, no?
yeah, man. What I'm saying is, you have a big career ahead of you, and as a nation, we are proud of you. We look forward and will continue to support you along your academic, and it's academic, but your athletic journey.
Mm-hmm. I could co-sign that. I will acknowledge, however, that even if you go on to do nothing else athletically for the rest of your life, you performed at the Olympics at 17.
Yeah, but
At 17.
I can't remember what I was doing at 17.
I know exactly what I was doing at 17.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
I was playing a lot of all fours.
I was playing football still.
And
Big up John
running through companion cards.
Nah, I had my line back then.
I was 17 back in my day till I had a Richie phone and thing, here.
My grandmother had one of that. Big up Granny. A pleasant good evening to you, Granny. Grannies.
Companion card, you had to punch in about a 15-digit number before you could dial the phone number,
It honestly, and I'm glad that came up, because technology is something that a lot of us tend to take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And we also don't appreciate where we were to where we are now. And as per Auntie V put the cat out the bag, I really want to say, start off today's program by saying a heartfelt thank you.
We have about 9 minutes in the program and you starting off here?
Yeah.
But we're in the middle of the thing already?
We are not. The middle is 30 minutes.
All right,
but I want to start off by saying a heartfelt thank you to everybody.
You're welcome.
Who believed in me and entrusted me to not just work for the event, work at the event, cover the event, or assist with the execution and planning of that event, but also to the persons that entrust me with playing music for their performances.
Right.
The persons who entrust me with putting together mixes for their stores and recording ads for them. The persons who entrust me with the financial well-being of their businesses. And also those who put their trust in me as their friend or partner.
Yeah, you're welcome. Partner though, P-A-D-N-A. Partner.
Or P-A-R-T-N-E-R.
In terms of co-host. After that Olympic thing, you had to make sure you specify,
Or life partner.
Oh, you're talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if you call and tell her happy birthday, right?
Nah, I doubt she would.
She will save that for Thursday.
Yeah, she was pleased.
Right. Let's make sure I pack an extra party bag.
have no party bags to pack.
All right, sir.
No party bag. But really and truly, it is great to know that as you continue along, not just your professional journey, your life journey, and you try to find that purpose in life, there are persons who trust you while finding your purpose to assist them to find theirs as well.
Oh yeah, on behalf of those people, I want to thank you, Aaron. You've been an excellent teacher and mentor in the communications field, in terms of just sharing this space with me, vouching for me when Uncle Kendrick had no clue who was this man that you bring in his station. I'm taking buff and then passing on my half of it. I am very, very grateful for the conversations we had that led to this, and I hope you continue to grow and stretch and inspire and achieve. And one thing though, I even want to say thanks to the people who haven't trusted you to do things yet, because they give you space to grow into.
Yeah, boy.
You know, so,
yeah.
Inside joke.
Yeah,
joke. One day you'll look back and you'll tell people about that. One day you will look back and tell them about it. So big up you, Aaron.
Yeah, trying, right. Also, I want to say a special thank you as well to my parents. I know they're not listening. They're probably in the yard thinking about plants or something of the sort.
Yeah, so I know they ain't wetting them.
Hey, you don't know my father, yes?
Is my wetting plants in the rain?
Yes. But really and truly, I want to say a special thank you to my parents and my entire family, because it's not just thank you very much for that, Karen. It's not just because they believed in me and they supported me and they put the work in. They also allowed me to chart my own path and then try to make me into a LED.
Right.
Even
Which
though
you have claimed as being the one who
pen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will deal with you on that in due time. I will.
Right, but nah, really and truly, and I think this is the appropriate forum to say this as well. When I decided I wanted to play music, I'm not going to lie to anybody, my parents did not appreciate it at first.
Yeah.
And it took time for them to accept it, and it took time for me to show them that this is something that it had a path to take. So for the children out there who are listening, to the parents out there who adults and the parents out there who are listening, put some trust in your children. Listen to them. And appreciate that they want to chart their own path. Provide guidance to them in terms of managing the money and making sure you have things to fall back on and stuff like that. But also make sure and believe in them. Because if you don't believe in them, because you are the first person that they look into for that belief.
Right.
If you don't believe in them, they're going to have a hard time believing in themselves.
Right. And they will look to anybody who put any kind of belief in them as the benchmark.
Exactly. And that's the next part of this thing. Huh? And these days, there are real questionable characters putting belief in young men. And that could be a huge reason. Well, couldn't be. That is a huge reason as to why certain things may be going awry in society.
Yeah, I remember when we had that interview with Kadeem Charles several months ago, and he said it. He was on the block looking for the father figure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big up the folks. Big up the folks. I have not yet shown myself present to receive my Polori or Palau, but that is on me.
What you talking about?
Remember, your mom had promised Palau.
My mother promised you Palau?
On air, boy.
I don't believe that.
I have it recorded. We could go back.
As you said, part
where we on 868 YouTube channel on the living room playlist, and we'll pull up the episode. It was during the royalty fan night call.
Yeah, boy.
You feel like no come out here?
For those of you who are listening and they want to interact with us tonight and one of the rare nights that we are actually in studio, you can give us a call at 652-4901 or 1-786-292-2789.
The real number you called in.
All right, I'll call it again just now.
Yeah. My word, man. So, Mr. Williams, because you reach Mr. Williams stage now.
Hey boy.
Yeah. Young man and his friends were passing on the street earlier today. And I started hearing him out as I see him now, because I realized at the end of the day, this is my neighborhood.
Mhm.
These are my neighbors. You know, I'm
Who are the people in your neighborhood?
right,
Your neighborhood.
right,
Your neighborhood.
right.
Yeah.
And so one of his friends teasing him, and he turned and he watched me, and he says, so and so, sir. And I look around, and then I realize that these young men, with my aged face, my laugh lines, my concentration furrows on the forehead, and my healthy dosage of gray hair,
Right?
I am a sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I stop and I realize, wait now, I am not the spring chicken.
Anymore.
I say, but wait. So it leads me to ask you, has that realization hit you yet? That you are no longer the spring chicken that you might think that you are?
That answer is twofold.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is the physical and the non-physical aspect.
Not just man waxing philosophical. All right.
No, seriously. Saturday I went and I played a fet match. Right? Now, for those of you, well, I go to the gym at least 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm. Just go in?
I go to the gym. I attend the gym and work out 3 times a week. And I sweat at least twice per week, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I go on for this game Saturday, I seen men who looking young like my little cousin.
Mm-hmm.
That is 21. Running out on the field to play. At that moment, a fear shadowed me. Right? Because, and when that fear shadowed me, it's because I clock in mid to late 30s now. Mm-hmm. Why am I going to try to play football against 21-year-olds? Like that for me, I can't fathom the idea of doing that. Right? I end up playing the full 90 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
which is a stretch
Right.
by any means. And in playing the 90 minutes, we get Chrome 9 too. Just throwing that out there.
Right.
Just for transparency.
9-2.
Yeah, we get Chrome 9-2.
No way. Those.
And we was up 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought we would at my age group, we would have taken like the Bedford and take long to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
But we went out the blocks quick. And then collect 9.
Oh.
Right? And it was at that point, now I realized it a while ago, but it was on Saturday that I fully accepted that I have to play within my age group now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I have to play within my age group.
That's in over 35.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So gone are the days where I could try to run with 21-year-olds. Even though there were moments during the game I was able to outrun one,
Mm-hmm.
it was not sustained that it was a continuous thing throughout the entire 90 minutes.
You outrun one.
Yeah, like
And it was not sustained.
It was not sustained. I outrun him now, and then for the next 10 times, he just blew past me like a full bus.
So there was that incidental outrun.
Right?
Right.
Right? So that's that aspect of it. On the physical aspect, I have come to terms that I am no longer a spring chicken.
Mm-hmm.
On the mental aspect, now in the terms of on society and things like that, it's still taking some getting used to.
Yeah.
Because I am at a weird point where I still interact with a lot of young people, but I also interact with more middle-aged people.
Mm-hmm.
So to the younger people, as a sir, thank God the beard black,
Right.
right? Or I might be an uncle.
Yeah.
So people just come to me for advice as a man who has been in the industry or in the workplace for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've come to terms with that there.
Right.
But to just randomly be walking down the road and I want to say, yeah, boy, uncle, boy. Nah, brother, man.
Yeah.
That ain't me you're talking to yet.
All right.
I still have difficulties with my godchildren saying Uncle Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. It still sounds weird to me. But I also have to get accustomed to it because that is their way of showing respect.
Right. Yeah, I've gotten to the age where when a young man is entering the taxi, if he sees me sitting down there, he might actually go on the next side so that I don't have to move.
Nah, man, that's serious.
You know, I still have it now. But you, sir, I want to point out something to you, Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams right now. People half your age are legal adults. Yeah.
Where's the age to be a legal adult?
You say mid to late, so I'm pretty certain you're across 36.
Yeah, off the play with chat.
Right. People half your age are legal adults. At 18 years old, they could vote, they could drive, in most places they could drink, they could work. I'm just saying, people half your age are adults.
I could have had a child that was an adult.
That's what I'm telling you.
And that's the thing, huh? If you really look at it, as you grow older, perspective really starts to set in on certain things.
Hopefully.
And no, when I say perspective, I'm talking a numbers game here.
Yeah.
When you look back on it, there would have been persons you would have gone to school with, who came out of school the same time as you, who have a full family.
Right.
And then there are persons who came out of school the same time as you, who may not be successful in any professional capacity other than, as we say, existing on a daily basis, making sure that they survive today to live tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then there are those who, on the other end of the spectrum, tout their success.
Flouting and touting.
Right?
Yeah.
It put things in perspective that from all of you being sitting in the same room, so many different life paths would have taken place in a 18-year span.
Yeah.
It really puts that into perspective for you as you get older. And what I think, as we say here in the living room, is that we really need to appreciate that everybody's on their own path. Comparison is the thief of joy. I can't compare my career to Kenny.
Yeah, I like, you have plenty to do before you could even think about comparing your career.
Exactly.
To Henderson.
I can't compare my career to Tony P.
Yeah, I'll tell that story every time, you know. But All Aboard for me still
It's up there. Just like Fast Wine for me, anyhow.
Single greatest kind of a memory, you know.
And
I was in Form 2.
The single greatest love song ever written. Fast Wine.
Why you know what? It's a birthday episode. You could do what you want here. I will concede. It's the greatest love song ever.
You know what?
Blah, 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 blah.
If you are listening tonight or watching this after you air it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, they could leave a comment.
Leave a comment and tell us what is the greatest love song in soca, in your opinion. Or call us and tell us.
So we're not giving them the choice between...
No, we're not giving you a choice. You tell us what is your favorite love song in soca.
You know, that's not bad. Why we do not in the middle? You in that mood.
What's that?
We didn't do this for February. We didn't do this for... Wait, what? After Valentine's Day, have any other couples day?
I don't know.
That knows
it had National Girlfriends Day or something recently, and then I don't know. I feel it's just me making up these days, you know.
Yeah, they're making up days now. Oh, Sunday gone, I believe, was the National Day for Grandparents and the Elderly.
Yes, I heard that in church. Yeah, I heard that in church.
You know, big up those. Sorry. Salutations, congratulations, and much thanks, appreciation to those who have gone before us and set up things that we have the privilege that we do, even when we don't recognize it as privilege.
Yeah, right.
You know, as a young man, I lost my mom at 19 years old, and I lost my dad at 42. I'm 42? Am I 42? 41. Yeah, 41.
I wouldn't. I honestly, I stopped counting age now.
Right, and so she was 49 and he was 85. So while I may have lost her season, her sunset season, I got a lot of time with him.
Right.
And I could tell you that he had a lot to offer society. He had a lot to offer to anybody who would actively listen. And he was also at a season where he wasn't arguing with anybody for anything. So if you were in a conversation with him without being willing to receive, well, then you had nothing to get. But if you were willing to listen, well, boy, you would have really benefit. And I'm hoping that as I get older, that people benefit from what I have to offer, as well as I still keep myself in a position where I could benefit from what they bring to the table. Because the rate at which the world is changing, it is kind of intimidating for even us, Aaron. I looking at the way AI changing the game and, you know, the way technology is advancing. But I still remember when I had a bank account where you used to have to write your transactions down in a book.
I still had that book, you know.
You still have it?
Bro.
Well, then again, to you an account and you ain't showing me them thing.
No. I mean, like, I opened an account this year and they gave me a book.
Oh,
I was flabbergasted. I was blown away when I got that book.
Wow. Anyway, what I'm saying is as the seasons change and as you going into a new season, now what you doing? And I'm proud of you, I'm happy for you. And I hope that the people who have the benefit of your experience and your wisdom realize that it's not too many cut from that particular cloth right now. So while you might not necessarily fit in most of the places that you engage, that is alright too. That's alright too. No, so happy birthday. Want my cake and I want my party.
It have
back.
no cake.
I ain't want no whole sweet bread. I ain't talking about sweet bread that you cut since in the morning and they put it in a brown bag. And by the time you're ready to go home, the ants done make churn. I don't want that. I want one of them modern party bag. I want modern party bag.
I don't know what is a modern party bag.
Modern party bag. I want movie ticket. Right?
Hey, you gotta go and watch that movie, you know.
You know.
The Deadpool and
Wolverine.
yeah, but you gotta go and watch that.
Alright, cool.
Sometime.
Yeah, you ain't saying nothing.
But you know what else we need to go and watch?
Mm-hmm.
West Indies in the Oval next week.
Wait, while you're doing that, right? You know what? We here. Let me discuss the thing. Lando today was talking about CPL and tickets and double header in the Brian Lara ting.
Have all that? I don't even know.
So yeah, check your email. They'll probably give you your notification.
Okay.
Yeah, and it brought back a traumatic experience.
That we had 3 test matches and only played 9 days of cricket.
No, that happened. That happened.
Oh, you're deleting memories in the simulation. All right, cool.
All I'm talking about is that I would have never put walking up the highway on my bucket list.
Oh yeah, no, that is a passionate thing for you there.
Right, so if they're doing that park and ride thing for CPL, only have one chance to get it right. And I have to hear that it was...
It would be... You're not trying it?
No. Only not doing that. Big hardback man dancing on the highway 2 o'clock in the morning because I went and watched sports.
Nah, that's not something I'm actually...
You could imagine how
interested in.
dotish my story could have ended.
Yeah, that's something I will not be actively participating in if that's the case. But West Indies is playing South Africa in a 3-test series, which kicks off next week, Wednesday, at the Queen's Park Oval. So yeah, I feel like going.
Hey, when we went cricket era, we see West Indies beat India, we see West Indies beat England, and who else we see West Indies beat by? Somebody else. Oh, well, I watched them beat New Zealand, but that was actually it. Right.
So we want to go and watch them beat.
If we go, I just say based on my track record, we stand a real good chance.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking in a couple of days at the test match.
Yeah.
Because admittedly, I don't want to say a recovering West Indies fan, but a waning West Indies fan, but an avid one at the same time.
You're waning and avid?
Yeah, waning and avid. Avid the waning, no.
No, I was looking for something and I didn't have anything.
Right. But what I'm saying is, what I'm looking forward to is, and what I'm advising persons of, if you want to go to a test match that the West Indies is playing in, days 1 to 3 is your best bet.
Wow.
No, like honestly, how could we be like 100 and something for one wicket and then out for 100 and something?
That's all, but oh no. You know, I was too busy. I was preoccupied and I wasn't watching. Maybe that's why. It's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's poor shot selection. It is being baited into battles which you should not be baited into.
Well, Aaron, the test is not just physical, you know.
And it's mental, and I totally agree with that. But how is it we alone losing the mental battles all the time?
That's a real good question. That is an excellent question, Aaron.
How was the West Indies batsmen losing the mental battles alone? So England don't have mental troubles? They going by psychologists between balls?
Actually,
and between ovals?
They do have in-camp psychologists, huh?
I'm 100% sure the West Indies has in-camp psychologists too. But the question I keep asking, how is it that our players leave the West Indies to go to England to play in the 4-day tournament? But yet still when they come here to play in we 4-day tournament, they don't show up like that. What is that level of motivation? Or what is that extrinsic motivational force?
Is intrinsic or extrinsic?
Extrinsic.
You have been doing some reading, sir. I'm watching it.
What is that extrinsic motivational force that makes players perform
extrinsic?
That makes our players perform so well outside of our shores?
Was it when he hit me last week? It make me actually clock out of the episode to Google it, you know, to make sure you're using it right. Anyway, but
last week on.
All right, sir.
No, but really and truly, like, and I know everybody will say is money. And because money is, honestly, we have to accept, money is one of the greatest extrinsic motivational factors there is.
Money is an excellent motivator.
But it must have something else.
England have boat ride? On the Thames?
On the Thames. That's a good question. I don't think so.
Anyway.
But England does have great nightlife.
Yes, it's not for lack of entertainment. But anyway, let me not be that guy.
Is it that the removal from familiar friends?
I mean, from familiar friends that they're performing better outside because they're focusing on what it is they want to do instead of, being...
You can't just go home and knock back 2 doubles?
And that is by no way a condemnation on doubles knocking, eh?
Yeah, I know that. You really like doubles.
I actually doubles.
Today?
Nah, not today.
Oh, okay.
I'm banking on it in the morning, please, bro.
Nah, I had a Christmas in July breakfast today, bro.
What?
Yeah, bro.
And you bring a party bag?
It had none.
You
honestly.
knew in advance.
It had none.
In advance.
I have not eaten since this morning.
Your belly still full?
Yeah, boy.
Anyway. But
you bring back Master Baker hops though.
Yeah, actually 7 is Master Baker, right? Is Master Baker?
Teresa Morris says, yes, they have boat rides in England.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Teresa.
Yeah. So we could scratch that off.
We could scratch that off as a No, but really and truly, I try to understand it. And in looking at it as well, because I'm a huge football fan. I love football. And recently I watched the documentary, the 99 documentary, the Manchester United documentary from when they won the treble in 1999. And listening to Dwight York talk about it, and to know that Dwight York was and remains, in my opinion, to be one of the greatest strikers that ever played in England, hailing from Tobago. What made Dwight York focus so much? What was his motivational factor to make sure, we probably know, but
I dare not answer that question honestly in here.
I am no, but really actually, what was Dwight York's motivational factor that made it that, you know what, I go in and brave these cold conditions I go in and leave my family in Tobago and go to play there and score these brilliant goals and play this beautiful football with another one of the greatest strikers ever to grace the Premier League, Andy Cole.
You want to have something real interesting here, huh? In the interest of motivation, right? Do you remember there was a point in time where people would play for clubs in the hopes of getting called up for the country?
Yeah.
Right. You realize now that people play for the country in hopes of getting called up by clubs?
For some countries, yes.
Yeah. For some?
For some countries, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you allude that there are countries where playing for your country is still a bigger deal than the club that you're aspiring to play for?
Yeah.
You mind sharing with me what any of those might be?
The smaller, if we're looking at Europe as a pool, the smaller block of countries. Yeah.
Like?
Georgia.
So playing for Georgia is a bigger deal for them than playing for...
Yeah. Because, and that's the thing, to get out of the Georgian leagues, it takes a great, I don't want to say a greater level of oh gosh, what's this word is eluding me here. It takes a greater level of energy and emphasis to get out, right? But very few of you, did you look at the Euros by chance?
So a couple of games running in the background.
Right? But how many of the players on some of those, like the Georgian team, the Hungarian team, do you know? You might know Supper Slide.
Pardon?
That dude who plays for Liverpool.
I nearly say bless you, you know.
Well, the next name I might call, you might already think I sneeze. The guy who plays for Napoli, the cook, I can't pronounce his name.
This man not even bothering.
I'm not even bothering. I don't want to embarrass myself. But what I'm saying is, for the smaller countries, playing for your country is a greater achievement and wearing their national colors. But in the bigger countries, where the chances, and let's use France as an example, where they have a huge pool of players that are eligible to play for France, the chances of getting called up to the national team are slim. So where the availability of being called up to the national team, the odds are less. It is a greater privilege to play for your club. But where the odds of you being called up are greater.
Yeah, you have me real confused though. Because I mean, I'm looking at like Kylian Mbappe, right? Who having signed to Real Madrid, right? Decided that was the pinnacle of his career. This man has won World Cup.
Mbappe win World Cup?
France win World Cup?
Against Argentina?
No, Argentina win.
When Mbappe scored a hat-trick and Messi scored a hat-trick.
Whatever, right? You're a World Cup finalist.
Right.
Right? At least.
A World Cup finalist.
Right? At least.
Right.
Right? Representing
you
the
win
country. You win Euros. Oh, that's what they win. Right? On the big, yes, correct. Yeah, on the biggest stages of international football. And yet the pinnacle of your career, that's why signing for a club in another country.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it was his boyhood dream to play for that club, I'm sure. You know, every player has his dream.
Yeah, and that's the thing, your boyhood dream is no longer representing a country.
Maybe, but at this stage now, how is it like, okay, let's paint it and let's liken it to cricket as well. I played for West Indies. I signed my first CPL contract with TKR.
Right.
You think I'm going to stand up there in my first press conference and say it was my dream to play for West Indies? No! I am going to come out and say it was always my dream to play for Real Madrid because my grandfather used to support Real Madrid and I used to wear his old Di Stefano jersey and they go down the road with that.
So he buttering the bread then?
That is how I look at it as well.
Okay. All right. I can take that. I'll take that.
But honestly, for me...
Although you switch analogies midway.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the need to represent your national colors is still there for a lot of people, regardless of what country it may be or what sport it may be.
Which is something you're seeing in the Olympics.
And I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
I watch...
Snotty nose crying, you know.
But I watch the other. No, what today is what? What is today? Tuesday.
Today is, yeah.
Right. So today is Tuesday, right?
It's martes.
And the other morning, I sit down like a big foamy one watching archery. And I was engrossed in this archery. And you know what's the sad part? When I am blessed with children, I like before earlier in life, I wanted my child to play football or cricket. Right now, I want my child to play tennis, or archery, or something, boy, because
what about something that they could use in the Hunger Games? You know, like Kishon could survive. You know.
Hey, speaking, I can't wait to see the athletics aspect of the Olympics.
Yeah.
For the new guard, because honestly, this is the changing of the guard for athletics. We know we lost both from the Olympics and competing. Not we losing Shelley and Fraser Price. This is her last Olympics. Pocket rocket. And I think Elaine Thompson is not competing in this Olympics as well. So this is the opportunity for the new guard to come through. And I know that the American listeners and those American athletics fans are looking to Sha'Carri to see how good she could do.
And where's the hurdler name? Noah?
Yeah, Noah Lyles. Yeah, I heard Tony speaks very highly of him.
Yeah. Nice. But I will admit that there is a lot of space for the next elite. Well, I mean, the superstars. The superstar in this has been, and I mean, at the end of the day, is Simone Biles, right? In terms of just the Olympics right now. But in terms of the name, the person who comes out and dominates the entire field, you know, you're not hearing the Michael Phelps and the Bolts, and you're not hearing those names.
And I think that is
types of names.
And I think that's a huge reason why the Olympics is not Olympics-in.
Yeah.
Because before, we used to look forward to the names you would call you. Somebody. Like, I saw on TikTok the other day that people athletes rushing up to LeBron James for photos. And is LeBron James that guy for this Olympics?
I mean, this
honestly and admittedly,
LeBron has been Olympics in about 5 or 6.
No, but I think this is LeBron's second Olympics,
but in terms of he's old enough to have been in more than this.
Yeah, and honestly, if Ingrid does not want to accept this, LeBron James is on the twilight of his career. Unless he wants to do a Cristiano Ronaldo and play until he just start padding.
You could coach. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that motivations have shifted. Right? And yes, club football has always been instrumental in, you know, a young man's aspirations and a young woman's aspirations.
I wanted to play for Dudley Connection.
And that's the thing, where I can't tell you the last time I hear a youth in Trinidad talk about wanting to play for a local club.
Yeah, no. And I could attest to that. A lot of youths are aspiring to play in the Premier League tournament, the TTPFL.
Yeah.
They want to play for Civic. They want to play for Central. They want to play for this next team, La Hocketa Rangers. Big up Quincy Robinson. Always speaking highly of La Hocketa.
Yeah.
Right? They want to play
development in Caribbean.
Right? So there
are
persons that want to ply their trade within the local leagues.
Well, look at that.
But you know what I'm not hearing a lot of? I want to hear it for football.
Oh.
Admittedly, I'm not in the cricket sphere. But I see a lot, when I look at some stories on Facebook and stuff, I see a lot of persons going on to the local cricket leagues.
Yeah.
But I don't see that support for football.
Cricket be having fans. Leagues. It's not even village cricket again. It's community leagues. If you get what I'm saying.
I will quicker go an intercall game now than to watch a PFL game. Maybe it's because of the time that I could just go straight from work. Or maybe it's the location, because
part of that has to do with the connection you feel to one as a young man. I'm pretty certain you played in intercall.
I did not actually. I only played up to under 16.
Under 16.
Level. Yeah.
All right. I mean, that counts. that count as compared to somebody who's never done it. And what you get is that connection to the community that you will go and support. What connection to community you have in PFL right now?
I only probably went a couple of games, to be very honest.
No, but what connection to community? You know, in terms of that, you can't fight point, right? You see,
Yeah.
civics. So it's Point Fortin is
Heritage Civic Center, I think it is.
right. When Point Fortin in sports, Library,
Big up Damien.
library in the sports.
I know Damien. Even though library, did they ever get the pitch out of the corner of the ground?
What, it had pitch in the corner of our ground?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right on the junction in library.
Wow.
There's a football ground there.
Mhm.
And on one of the corners, it had a set of pitch. So you playing football
Around,
around the pitch.
maybe.
So you buy the pitch league, playing football around pitch.
Yeah, what I've seen is that the connection to the community have a lot to do with your motivation
Correct.
to
Correct is
represent it.
Big up Sandu Giants.
Yeah. Big up.
Yeah, big up
Yeah,
Sandu Giants. Big
but
up Duck
I-
on the team.
I wasn't necessarily an athletic competitor. I was in things like Maths Olympiad
As was I.
and in Sandfest and them kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't get athletically inclined until after the fact.
Yeah, I honestly, like, as I said earlier, I'm also starting to realize I may need to shift away from once I go somewhere and realize there's young fellas coming to play football, I think I need to pick up competitive water drinking then.
You know what? It's time for a mentorship role. You sit down on the side and you encourage these young fellas.
Yeah, boy, but also the evolution of things like the TTPFL and other community leagues, it gives a greater opportunity for the youth to get involved in sports. And I still have a difficult time in accepting a 21-year-old playing fed match football when there are opportunities available to play some sort of semi-professional or professional football here in Trinidad and Tobago.
I feel if you're getting at that age, them fellas want to sweat all the time. So it's not that they might have club football, they might have semi-professional opportunities and still want to sweat when the evening comes. I know these youths and them, they will go training and then look for a sweat when the night comes.
Yeah, because I know there's a specific couple of brethren of mine who playing professional football and still coming as well.
Is that what I'm telling you?
So but they in the 30s, huh?
Right.
But talking about at 21 when you have the opportunity to that under 20. The other day I played against an 18-year-old in a fed match.
Aaron, when Kyrie was running football, how old you thought you were?
When that time was going, I was like 26, 27.
You were 26, 27, right? 2000, Kyrie won 2009. You were 26, 27, 15 years ago?
Well, I was 24 when I started then. The first time I played, I was probably 24.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, so you fall in late?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I meant like DK and them kind of thing now.
No, I was 24, and at that time, I was finished playing university football.
Wait now. I am underestimating how old you are.
Yeah,
I only older than you by a couple years.
exactly. That's on the one hand.
Why do I act? Oh, and I remember you're in a child. You're in a child active now. I don't want to call it immature on the air.
But as you say, in a child, one thing I will always tell anybody, even as you grow older and you still grow and you mature and things like that, you should still maintain some semblance of fun in your life.
Yeah, right.
And when I say fun, I'm not talking about just going and running in the rain, because I so enjoy doing that this weekend.
You ran in the rain intentionally?
Yeah.
You do another 5K or something? Or
No.
you hustling to the car from...
No. Like, I saw rain fall and I just went and ran in the rain.
Alright, that's not bad.
Right?
You know, I think I would actually encourage more people to do things like that than to say your idea of fun being purely clubbing,
Yeah.
hitting a
But
bar all night.
find things to do that bring fun. If it's coloring, if it's doing Sudoku, which is very mind-boggling,
That is our wordle man myself.
right? If it's spending time with your kids or your family members or whatever it may be, whoever it may be, make time to have fun.
I do make time to have fun, and then people are just coming and interrupt it.
And then also make time for the things that you enjoy. And I'm not talking about fun things, huh? I'm talking about the things you enjoy. That just mean, even though, like I always say,
on that a little bit. I'm listening.
some things that you enjoy may bring hurt. Like watching Manchester United play, watching West Indies play, watching Trinidad football play. Those things may bring hurt, but they could be things you enjoy.
Wow.
Because you know what? Admittedly, there are things that you have a traumatic bond to that still bring you joy. You know how good it was for me to watch West Indies play and see Kavim had scored 100? But then to see the rest of the side get skittled out? So it brought me joy. But then it also brought me to the reality that West Indies still has a lot of work to do.
It give it
And it take it away. In the same day. Probably in the same session too. But what I'm saying is you need to find time to do the things you enjoy.
Yeah. Is that why you're going on vacation?
Yes.
Nice, man.
Because I want to enjoy some time away from work. And that's the next thing. Take time to rest. Take time to rest. Because you don't want to collapse and that be the reason why you're resting. Intentional rest is very important.
Rest, man.
Yeah. And you know, and I think this song just coming at a perfect time, huh? And that is something else you need to make sure and make time for. Make time or take time to check on your brethren, check on your sister, check on your husband, check on your wife, check on your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, your neighbor. Check on them. Be gentle with them because you never know what they could be going through.
Yeah. I have plenty of work to do in that space. One, I realize that I am a workaholic. I am a workaholic.
I'm right here with you.
I am a workaholic. I enjoy my work, all the different facets of it. I enjoy it.
I doesn't enjoy the commute sometimes, just to be very honest.
Yeah, even commuting, I prefer the seasons where I get to work independently from home. But I do enjoy work. And I realize that I have to be more intentional about the other elements of my life. While the work is necessary and rewarding, satisfying, and purposeful, I do have to be more intentional. I have a brethren called me the other day. I was in church. Our church had the ministry launch.
Right.
And there was an entire week of teaching. Right? This dude calls me like the Monday night while I'm in church. And I missed the call, of course.
Yeah, because you're in church.
Right? I got a chance to get back to him today. Like I just said in my message, hey, hard luck. Because every time I remember to call him back,
You're doing
it's some
something.
inopportune time. And today I just stopped and I messaged him. And then lo and behold, all the way to the studio, past him in the road.
Hey.
Right? I don't want to call his name because the other friends that I've been neglecting going to get terribly jealous. Let's assume they're even listening to the program. Right?
I doubt yes.
I'm going to do a poll to see how much of my friends actually listen
It's very low.
to me on a Tuesday, which is why I'm very, very encouraged by the friends, not even the friends, but by the people who do.
And I'm also very much encouraged by the persons who stay with us when we record and send in the show, and even those who stay with us when we are here
in the studio.
Yeah. But
en la estación.
But honestly, we really had to make that time break.
Yeah.
And I could attest to that.
That's
opening WhatsApp here. the number actually went down.
Mm-hmm.
As of the start of this month, I think I had 250 something unread chats. Chats.
Wow.
250 something. It's down to 123 now.
Unread chats.
Unread chats.
Yeah. Wow. That is a lot. I saw a very interesting cartoon, almost meme level, but it was a cartoon that was one of those mental health things where they were showing you that generally, back in the day, pre-internet, you might have been exposed to 1 or 2 bits of bad news a day. You might have been.
I can't.
And now we are exposed to everyone's bad news all the time.
Yeah.
We were not designed to process that
all
much.
that bad information.
All that information, period.
Yeah, it honestly it is very, very, very hard. And you know what's the sad part this morning when I left home, there was a car parked on my corner.
Mm-hmm.
And it had somebody in the driver's seat, looked like they were sleeping. And I was terrified to stop to see if that person was okay.
Right.
Because when I was passing the car, the back passenger door was open as well.
So you had no idea?
I had no idea what that was. And I said a silent prayer when I drove past that car.
Mm-hmm.
When I got back home, I realized it was a brethren's car. But he got a flat tire,
mm-hmm.
and he leave the car there and sent somebody to leave early this morning to stay with it till the record came.
All right.
Right? So and that's my thing.
Yeah.
Because of how much bad news,
the prevalence
is
precarity
is put before us on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
I feared for the worst in something that was a simple flat tire.
I wonder if it's precarity or precariousness. But yeah, and that's the thing, we've been programmed. We have gone back to being in caveman, Law of the Jungle days where everything is a possible threat.
Yeah, boy. And
we have regressed.
You know, it's the sad thing. I spend at least on an average day 30 minutes just randomly looking at the cameras at my home.
Wow. Reality TV.
Yeah, well.
No, like just checking in.
Checking in to make sure everything okay.
Yeah, and that can't be healthy. It might be necessary, but that can't be healthy. This fixation that we have, this hypervigilance that we in, this is our trauma response, brother.
Right, and now we're getting perilously close to 7, right? Like we have 2 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's the thing, huh? I understand it's a trauma response. But you know why, this is me personally, I may be overcompensating. You see the notifications?
Mm-hmm.
Turn them off. Turn off the notifications. Not every time somebody like your photo on Instagram, you need to go and check it.
Yeah.
Not every time somebody comment on your post on Facebook, you need to go and check it and react to it. Turn off them notifications and live in the moment a little.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this because it sounds something that I need to say to make things sound better. I'm saying this because I myself need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so happy to know that and I'm saying this now because I don't want the listeners to come looking for my Friday and bring gifts. Mm-hmm. But you could still bring the gifts and leave them in an envelope. Don't address them to Kenny. Please and thank you. Address all gifts to Aaron 868 if you're dropping any. Because Kenny will eat it if it's food, I'm sure. Right? But what I'm saying is, okay, thanks very much, caption. What I'm saying is live in the moment. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the moment. Don't sit down there with your phone just trying to capture the moment. Because life will pass you by.
Yeah.
All the moments you're capturing, you're not watching the person next to you aging and forgetting that they're there. But you know what? As sad as this going on song, when they're dead, they're going to be glad because you could post a picture on a jersey and everybody wear a jersey to remember them.
I don't want none of that.
But hear what? I don't want that either.
I think that it's...
I want you at my funeral to come and speak of the positive moments that we shared together.
Mm-hmm.
Speak of the things that we did together. Don't just come and wear a jersey and say it's from a remembrance. I don't want that. I want you to come and talk of the memories and be able to tell your children, hey, as much as I didn't like Panorama or I didn't like soca, I had a brethren Aaron that used to work with Wack and host Panorama, you know. I had a brethren Aaron that used to put soca mixes and do something called the tribute to it, you know. I had a brethren Ricardo that used to be on the living room, you know. That is the kind of things you want to talk about. Don't just wear the jersey out of remembrance. Live the memories, speak of the memories, and live and speak life into that person. Because as Ricardo told me while we were on the way here, God created the world through the spoken word. And the word is very important. So speak life and speak positivity. Speak belief into people and make the world a better place. Right? With all that being said, I want to thank you all for listening to The Living Room. Well, this is my exit. I go there. Right? This is yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. I remind you each and every time that culture is my code. And I also remind you that love is the currency, so spend some today. Let somebody know you love them. I am not going to be here for until probably the 16th of August.
Oui, Papa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm off for a little bit. I'm going to spend some time with my family and friends and enjoy a little downtime. So, Ricardo?
Yo, this is Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage on the global stage. Thank you for joining us in the living room. Remember, guys, the hourglass is opaque. We don't know how much time remains, so whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe. Aaron, happy birthday. Enjoy vacation. Listeners, thank you for spending some time with us. Man, I am at peace, bro. Like just being in a space where we're using what we have for the benefit of those around us. And I hope that you really continue along your path. I hope that you continue to inspire the world with your social and spiritual DNA. Because what you're doing real big, real important. And not because it's not popular, don't mean that it don't have value. At the end of the day, we don't know how many DJs function in the capacity that you do.
Yeah, right.
At least none within your age bracket. Right? So, with no disrespect to, the pioneers or sinners in terms of your age bracket, who behind you?
Right. I'll do a TikTok about that, Right? Because I try to do a TikTok for my birthday every year.
Yeah.
But I'll do one.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Find a young DJ to
I'll try, man.
to start a.
Hey. We actually switch roles this week, huh? We switch roles. Usually we would be pre-recorded and Mr. Desmond would be live in studio.
Yeah.
But this week we are live in studio and Mr. Desmond is here. Mr. Desmond is going to be
all right.
shown to you via a pre-recorded version of the big band tonight. So keep it locked. And if I could play some big band music, I want to play one song, just one song.
You looking to upset the man now? You want to mash corn?
All right. I played big band in one of the things we did, no?
All right.
So I could play big band music. Have a good night, everyone. Keep it locked.